Om Shanti. I am a peaceful soul, powerful soul, pure soul. So we covered 3 lessons, that is A, B, C. A means Atma, that is soul. B means Baba, that is supreme soul. C means connection, that is remembrance. Today we are going to cover 4th lesson, that is D, D for drama. A, B, C, D. That is the ABCD of the whole knowledge. So up till now we have covered, you can say, primary things. That is who am I, who is the Supreme Soul, and how do I connect with him. Today, how this whole world drama is revolving, that we are going to see. So under this lesson, we will cover the cycle of time, how the time passes, and different laws. The laws of, you can say, nature, laws of karma, etc. So let us start. So this is the, you can say, cycle, just like what is happening. We can see morning, noon, evening, night, and again morning. We are not questioning any time that why noon is not coming after evening, because we can see the cycle of day and night in 4 phases. Same way, if we go to the seasons, now spring in Canada, as for example, then summer, then it will be fall, then winter, and then again spring. We never say that why winter is not coming after spring. We can see the cycle because our age is more than a day or more than a year. Even we can see the different stages of life. As for example, child, adolescence or youth, then matured, finally old, and again child. So that also we can see from different lives. And we never ask that why the people are not being young after old age. So same way, Supreme Godfather can see the whole cycle. We can't see the cycle because this cycles goes around, you can say, 5,000 years. Somebody may ask the question, how can you claim that it is a cycle of 5,000 years? Somebody says cycles of thousands of years. If we go to the Google and put the world population before 150 years, not more than that, then the population was 100 crores, that is 1 billion. Now, within 150 years, it goes to the 8 billion almost. It means, if suppose this cycle is thousands of years, what some scripture says, then even there will be no space to put the foot on this earth for the human being. So Godfather says this cycle is of around 5,000 years, which is shown in the Gita also and shown in the Bible. Lord Christ told that before 3,000 years of me, there was heaven, paradise on this earth and was in Bharat. So if we add 2,000 plus 3,000, so approximate cycle goes to the around 5,000 years. Godfather never tell that when it will end the drama. So if somebody is making a prophecy that particular day, particular month, particular year, there will be the end of the world, Godfather says no. He will not tell to anybody because it is the secret of drama. If suppose we are going to see any drama and we knows the secret, there is no, you can say, curiosity, there is no enjoyment of that drama. So he says, it is not in my part to tell anything about the, you can say, end, exact date. If he says the date, then we will be dead conscious, not the soul conscious. So Supreme Godfather always says, be soul conscious. Final aim is to be the soul conscious. If we are considering ourselves as a soul, all barriers which is coming on the way, that is gender, religion, nationality, wealth, so many things which are coming on the way of the self is boundaries, and boundary is because we consider ourselves as a body. We are not body. We are not a, a physical body or a subtle body, but we are a pure power. children of the Supreme Godfather, Almighty Authority. So I am the master of everything what my Father has. So this cycle revolves around. There will be a transformation of the things. There will be no total annihilation of the world. Godfather says it is not possible. If suppose, as for example, suppose there is annihilation, then what will happen? From where the seed of human being will come? Now, scientists also not agreeing with the theory of the Big Bang. They say, okay, as for example, suppose Big Bang theory is a right, then what was before the Big Bang? There is no answer from the scientists. Therefore, today, scientists don't believe in that theory. So, Godfather said this cycle is, you can say, 4 ages, which is indicated here in this picture. This revolves, revolves, and revolves. Suppose somebody is arguing that first hen is there or egg is there, because hen is coming out from egg and egg is coming out from hen. If we are day and night, we are breaking our heads, there is no solution at all because it is a cycle. We cannot say when it was started, when it will be end. So when suppose we are discussing egg or hen first, there is no answer at all. Same way, in this world, there is a transformation of time as per the nature law and karmic law. What is that nature law and karmic law? That we will cover today only in second part of this thing. But first part, what is this? These are the 4 ages which is passed on from this world. Godfather said there is no other world except on the earth. And we are, you can say, scientists now, we are also science students. We are telling something against science doesn't mean that we are not a science student. We are science graduates, basically. It means whatever the science telling today, it is based on certain criteria. Criteria change, then whole philosophy or you can say whole presumption will change. What science is doing? First, science will establish anything like a hypothesis. As for example, 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Then science will believe it is not equal to 2. And then it will go step by step, step by step, step by step, and finally prove that 1 plus 1 equal to 2. So hypothesis is the base of science or scientific research. That is a good thing. We are enjoying too much fruits, too much facilities from science nowadays, and that is very good things. We should be thankful to the brains or you can say minds of the people who has invented so many things, but everything what we are seeing or what we are observing or what we are reading is not permanent, always change. So criteria always change. So there are the cycle of the whole things what we are seeing, observing as a day and night, or you can seasons or the 4 stages of life. So what are the ages? These ages may be called in different religion, different names. So these names are, you can say, only indication of something. That is the power of the soul or power of that time. As for example, golden age. Here it is indicated in the golden color. Then it is a silver age, it is indicated silver color. Then it is a copper age, then it is a iron age. And again, if we ask anybody what age will come, they will say that golden age will come after the iron age. That is Satyug will come after the Kali. But how will it work? It will come, nobody knows. All religions say same thing. That there was a God's kingdom, there was Allah's kingdom. अल्लाह क्या किया था? खुदा हथेली पर बहिष्ठ लेकर इस दुनिया पर आए थे. God has created heaven, heavenly Godfather. और in Hinduism we say, क्या हम कहते हैं कि भगवान ने स्वर्ग इस दुनिया पर बनाया था और भारत था. भारत का मतलब नॉट इंडिया. भारत, भारत मीन्स ब्रू मीन्स अर्थ, पृथ्वी. Earth means full of diamonds. The earth was full of diamonds. That is called Bharat. Bharat doesn't mean India. India name came from the Indus, that is Sindhu river. A branch or you can say some changing in pronunciation, it becomes Indus, and the area around the Indus was known as India. Even Hindu religions also came in that way only. Because what we got here, we got the all knowledge and inheritance from the Supreme Godfather, who was a point of light, who comes at the confluences in the old body. This body is not God. It is a medium of God. We will cover about this person in the last lesson of the course. But he is not God. He is like a human being like us only. That's the reason you might have seen Brahma is shown with the beard. Even Shanta in Christianity he is shown with the beard. You see the comparison. Almost every religion have some similarity because all religions basic knowledge comes from the Supreme Godfather's knowledge. So he take the support of that body to speak the knowledge. Nothing else. The support of the body, that's the reason suppose we go to the Shiva temple, one you can say bull is there. What do you mean by bull? Bull can speak? No. Godfather said, I take the support of the male body and give the knowledge through his mouth. And the remembrance or symbolic representation in the Shiva temple is bull. Bull cannot speak like a human being. If he speaks, we cannot understand. But only symbolization has been done that Supreme Godfather takes the support of the whole body and uses his mouth to speak the knowledge. That's it. The role of the Godfather is not to can say do anything else. He takes the body on loan and speaks the knowledge through him. That is the only role. He changes his name also. We'll cover in the last lesson what that guy was and what the Godfather given him a name, why he has given that name also. We'll cover everything in detail. So in short, when Godfather comes on this world at the end of the Iron Age, and to transform this world with the help of knowledge and power, what he has, and he transform doesn't mean that he is doing everything. No, he says you are the souls, you are the pioneers, you are the responsible, you can say, children. My duty is to give the knowledge and power to you. Your duty is to make the effort. If we don't make effort, we will not get anything. Without effort, even we will not able to drink even a water. Water glass is there, we have to drink with ourselves. Then and then it will go inside, otherwise not. So everybody has to make effort. That's the reason in first lesson we already covered that whatever we think, we become accordingly. So we have to transform our thoughts only. So all the colleges, all the university, all the schools in the world, they'll teach us what they teach us, how to walk, how to talk, how to behave in the society. But no school, no college, no university teaches us how to think, what to think. Only Supreme Godfather comes and he tells, change your thoughts. And how to change? He gives a total procedure also. That is called Raj Yoga. We are transforming our thoughts with the help of our mind, and that is our responsibility. He gives the guidance every day in form of in the class or week in the form of everyday class how to change your thoughts. And whatever he is telling us or whatever he told with the help of this body, it is already everything is available on internet. Everything will cover in the you can say sixth lesson how to get all this knowledge without going anywhere else and comparing with our you can say knowledge whatever religion we believe. We may be Hindu, we may be Muslim, we may be Sikh, we may be Isai. Anything we believe. Godfather is not concerned with the body religion. Body religion means we have taken the birth in particular family and that religion of that family we have adopted. Suppose we have taken a birth in Hindu family, we are called as a Hindu. If we have taken a birth in the Muslim family, we will be called as a Muslim. For Christian family, we will be called as a Christians. That is a body religion. That is not our own religion. That is religion given to this body by the parents. Nothing else. Godfather says all souls have their original religion, his peace, nothing else. Because everybody like the peace. So, in short, Godfather gives the knowledge and tells us that 4 ages passes on this earth, that is golden age, silver age, copper age, and Iron Age. There is no recorded history of this golden and silver ages. We divided 5,000 approximately cycle by 4, so every age has a, you can say, age of 1250 years. So total goes to approximately 5,000 years. We are not going to debate that 5,000 years exactly or not, because nobody knows about this thing. Only Supreme Godfather comes and he says that this is the thing, and logically we can infer the things that cycle is approximately that one. If it is thousands of years, nobody remembers even what happened before the 1,000 years or 2,000 years. There are so many, you can say, contradiction. You can go on the Google and find out so many things are there. These people are telling this thing, that people are telling that thing. We'll go in detail also what is happened, how you can say so many transformation has been done on the Bharat. Bharat means total world even, because maximum wars has been fought in name of religion. Unfortunately, we say we all are the children of same Supreme Godfather, but in reality, we fought maximum wars in his name only. And still it is going on, we are seeing. So, in short, there were 4 ages, just like cycle of this: golden age, silver age, copper age, and iron. These 2 ages, golden age, silver age, we are going in detail tomorrow. The deities are ruling here, or angels are ruling here. There is no need of writing history here. That's the reason it is unrecorded history, because the human being, they were, you can say, like a supreme godfather. All qualities they have. And slowly when they are, you can say, enjoying their life, they are using their happiness and all these things. So they are losing their power of the soul slowly and gradually. Even Godfather says what is the population in the beginning of this thing and what is the population at the end of Silver Age, approximate population. And after that, you can say, when we become body conscious, up till now, deity means soul conscious, totally soul conscious. Form of the soul only, nothing else. So they don't have any kind of religion. They don't believe anything. They don't know even God. They don't know anything. They only enjoy their life in the full soul consciousness. Example of that thing is a small child. 6, 8 month child, he never asks his or her mother that whether you will feed tomorrow or not. It is guaranteed for them. They are totally innocent. Deities are totally innocent, free from all kind of negativity and waste. Pure, powerful, peaceful souls, happy souls. They have a full enjoyment of life for 2,500 years. And when copper starts, what is happening? Now they are losing their power slowly and gradually. So body consciousness starts coming from here. All the deities were angels. They were believing themselves as a soul. And when they enters here, slowly body consciousness start. That's the reason there is one story that Godfather told Adam and Eve not to eat one fruit or apple. But they have eaten the apple in curiosity and they fall down. What do you mean? Or in Hinduism we say all were deities here, but they gone on the Vammarg. Vammarg means the path below, that is path of sin, that is path of body consciousness. Immediately when these all souls who were very pure soul conscious gone on the path of body consciousness, what is happening? They started wondering from which we got all these things. So what they did, their, you can say, souls have, you can say, imprint in them, sanskars of them, that this inheritance was given by the Supreme Godfather. And that Godfather was the point of light. They remember still after 2,500 years because sanskaras were there in their souls. So they starting the worshipping of Shiva, who is the benefactor, and they say from deities or angels themselves as a Hindu, because they were considering the point of light, that is Bindu, and their culture was around the river Sindhu, and they given a name of the residence of that place as a Hindustan, and from that they say we are Hindus. If we go in Hinduism, nobody can say who established the Hindu religion. Nobody knows. All Hindus, suppose they have been asked a question, who established the Hindu religion? They don't know. All other religions, they know who was their founding father. Only Hindus don't know. They say God, but they don't know who God. There are you can say 330 million gods, that deities they believe. So how the religion name came? From the worshipping of Bindu and residing around the river Sindhu, and they given a name of that thing. That's the reason religio means combined way of life. That's the reason people say Hinduism is the oldest culture. That is culture, way of living, nothing else. And when they started, you can say, the worshipping of Supreme God Father as a point of light in form of a shape, that is Jyotirlingam, immediately one soul came. His name was Abraham before 2500 years. And he established the Islam religion, which is called as a Jewish family of religion, because the three religion came out from Islam originally. Muslim religion came about 1400 years before, established by Muhammad Pagambar, and Christian religion was the part of that thing, that was also came before 2000 years of that thing. So this you can say Jewish family of religion first established by, you can say, Abraham, and he told God is not like a Jyotirlingam. He is Allah, Noor, Prakash, light. And slowly and gradually division started. Up till now, there was no division here for 2 ages, because all were either angels, some other religion believe, Hinduism believe all were deities, means pure soul conscious souls. No body consciousness at all. When they are eating all what they did here, there you can say karmas, slowly they came down, because the cycle, it goes on always. Nobody can remain always pure, you can say, throughout the cycle. Deities, whatever religion they are, they have to go up to this age, and then again cycle will start. Slowly what happened, there were so many kings and you can say emperors in Bharat, that is whole world, so there were inside fighting. So before 2020, 2250 years, Buddha came and he gave a knowledge of, you can say, non-violence, because people were fighting. So all messenger came in this world and give the knowledge as per the situation prevailing at that time. They all were right. Nobody was wrong. We are not here to prove anything which is wrong. No. We wanted to understand what is the basic philosophy of this cycle, nothing else. We are not here to upgrade or downgrade any religion, any person. No. Supreme God Father says, all are my children. Even terrorist is there, he is my children too. So being a brother, we have no right to reject any soul, because they all are children of the same Supreme God Father, Supreme Soul. So slowly and gradually, three religion came, and here one is not indicated because three came from the Hinduism, one is Buddhism. Here before 1500 years, Shankaracharya came and he established the Sannyas religion. So in short, in Copper Age, there was bifurcation of the religion power and, you can say, political power. Here everything was in one hand, golden and silver. Here there is partition. That's the reason in Hindi we say Dwapar. Dwapar means there were two parts, religion and politics. Both political power, religion power separated here. When we came in the Iron Age slowly and gradually, and when this Christ came, when the partition was going on, now the people were fighting in between neighbors. So Lord Christ came and he gave the message that God Father is love. So love thy neighbor. Why? The situation was worsening day by day. So all founding fathers came to sustain this world. They were the messengers of God. And this world go ahead. And slowly we entered in the Iron Age. In Iron Age, there are so many path, sect, so many things in one religion. In Hinduism, we believe in 330 million deities. So many parts. Even in Christianity, any religion you go, suppose you go here in one church, I gone here in Florence, Ellesmere, and Progress. All believe in same Bible, just like all Hinduism believe in same Gita or even same scriptures. But their tenets are different. Same way here too, in Christianity too. Every religion, because of the Iron Age, people become more and more body conscious, and we can see now the extent of body consciousness in human being. Because we totally forget what we were, what the knowledge was given by Supreme Godfather. So finally he comes at the confluence age of these two ages, and he gives the true and in-depth knowledge who we are, who he is, and transform human being from human to the deities or angels. And this cycle goes on. So this is the picture of that thing. And Hinduism, remembrance of this thing is as a swastika. You might have heard, those who are Hindus, they know what is swastika. This is the swastika. What it means? It means there were 4 ages which is passes from this earth, and same ages, the same length of the age, same number of years, approximately 1250 years. So we are putting 4 equal part of swastika. Swa means I am a soul, and sthit means I am stabilizing myself in soul consciousness. And with the help of soul consciousness, we are becoming cool, calm, stable. That is the, you can say, remembrance of soul consciousness, nothing else. So here they've indicated in the golden age, there was a kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. In silver age, there was a kingdom of Sita and Ram. In Dwapar age, all these religion came. In the iron age, you can say, slowly and gradually, there are so many sects, paths in each and every religion. Finally, nobody knows who is the Supreme Godfather. So he takes a support of the whole body and gives the knowledge through his mouth. So he using his body only, nothing else. But he is not a Godfather. Godfather is the incorporeal Supreme Godfather. He gives through the knowledge through his body and transform the world with the help of soul. He is not concerned with any kind of religion which is established by the human being. He is always saying the soul, that is, you can say, point of light, that is eternal portion of the human being, and gives the knowledge and transform the world with the help of them only, because he has no body. He is out of this cycle. So in short, what is that? Golden age means right on. We can start from that thing, good thing, very happy persons, divine qualities, all souls have divine qualities, complete purity, peace and prosperity. This is called golden age. What is the indicated here? Then silver age, downward epoch, indicates divine qualities decreases. Here 16 celestial degrees pull all human being. Here 2 degrees going down, because we are using our, you can say, karmas, or you can say our fruits. We are enjoying our life. So quality of the soul decreasing slowly and gradually, but not to the extent what we are losing quality here, because they all are perfect human being, complete human being, though their quality slowly descends. So here indicated, slowly indicates divine qualities decreases little, yet righteous, yet they are soul conscious, still not body conscious. In copper age, path of vices or unrighteousness has left hand, because we indicate the left hand as impure and auspicious, unauspicious, you can say. Second grade by nature, so nature is also slowly going down. Qualities and actions going down. Different religion came, dispute increases, sorrow increases. So all the, you can say, disunity started from here. Sorrow started from here. Complete happiness, no, nothing is there except the happiness here. Now you can say slowly and gradually iron is coming, impurity more sufferings, more conflicts, calamities increases. Now about 200 religions. How we can say this thing? Because in September 2018 there was a World Religion Parliament in Toronto, and we were one of the member of that thing. And there were 8,000 representatives of 200 different religions of the world came. We have interfaith institution at the United Nations organization level, and all these people are meeting to establish peace in the world. But that is not the, you can say, task of the human being. That cannot be done. though so many peace prizes has been given by the United Nations organization, but we see the condition of the world day by day worsening, because it is the task of the Supreme Godfather only, that Supreme Soul only, who can do this thing. And he comes in particular body and gives the detailed knowledge how to transform ourselves. There is no question of any body religion in this matter. So now what is the different stages of the soul? There are three stages of the soul on this world. So one is the liberation stage, that is when we were in the supreme abode. We call it a Paramdham or abode of peace, different religion, different name. But all souls are there with the supreme soul. When souls are coming in the golden age and silver, that is heaven, paradise, bahis, they are in pure form. Somebody Hinduism believe as a deities, other religion believe as angels, but they are living human being on this earth only. There is no heaven, bahis, paradise on the top, and there is no bad things on the bottom. Some religion believe that, particularly Hinduism believe that heaven, or you can say Swarg, is up above. Somebody dies, they say that somebody is gone to the heaven. It means what it means logically. Here there is no heaven. That's the reason we are telling that my parents or somebody so and so left for heaven or heavenly abode. What it means? It means here it is a hell. Logically, suppose we are saying, it means we believe that heaven is up above. Godfather says even the science goes to the moon. They have taken the pictures of the earth and they told that nothing is above the earth, nothing is below the earth. Earth is round and it is always revolving as per the natural laws. So, for you can say half part of the whole cycle, total happiness, total peace, total purity, total prosperity, nothing else. Even suppose you go in your family beyond 6 to 7 generation, your family, I'm not talking about any other, you will find that your great grandfather, they have so much wealth that they were not calculating the wealth. They have so many, you can say, coins in terms of silver only, even in the iron age too. Forget about silver age. They have so many coins, they are never counting. They are always putting some measurement that this much measurement of coins are there. You talk to your, you can say, great grandfathers, and you will find surprise. You will be surprised to find that that much wealth they have. If our 6 or 7 generation is like rich like that, then we can think what will be there in golden age and silver age. So what is narrated in the scriptures? All religion says there was a heaven on this earth, and heaven means complete peace, complete purity, complete power, complete happiness, nothing else. So that was possible. That was here on this earth only. And you can second stage of the soul is bonded life. So those who are taking the birth here, so birth, rebirth, because soul is immortal. Only soul changes the body. That's the reason in Hinduism we believe, in other religion they say only one birth, but science has proved with the help of hypnotism, with the help of, you can say, back birth experiences, that soul is coming in rebirth. And every time we are carry the different sanskaras. So that's the reason. Same father, even twins are there. Their date of birth, time, everything is same. One is being a doctor, or you can say very qualified person. Other is, you can say, last number person. Means he is not able to even educate himself properly. Why? Because of so many sanskaras are carried out by the souls from birth after birth. So some souls, they are coming here only in bonded life, that is, you can say, copper age and iron age. These souls are taking rebirth and they are coming down. All new souls from the supreme abode coming down to play their role as per their, you can say, time. All the, you can say, Christian souls who are in Christianity, they naturally comes after, you can say, Lord Christ came. When Lord Christ came on this world, even he spoken everything in Hebrew. and that religion was, you can say, translated in Greek language after 300 years of him, and then Christianity came into existence. So all souls from the top up above, that is from Paramdham, they are coming after their religious father came. So in the beginning, when any soul comes, he must have entered in the body of some other religion soul who were already there. That's the reason we say our father is the same. We may believe in different religion, but our great, we go to the back and back. Everybody believed that he was a Adam, or he was a Adam, or he was a Brahma. Different religion, different names. But Alok, our father, means physical father, is also one, and non-physical, that is Supreme Godfather, is also one. We are coming out from the same human being because we are human being. Religion, his body religion, we branded different religion. Godfather has never created any kind of religion. So souls, we are coming in the bonded life. When they come, they are very powerful. Why? Because when everybody goes to liberation, that is in supreme abode, all souls should be pure. No impure soul can go there. That's the reason in every religion somebody say punishment, somebody says कयामत का दिवस, कयामत का दिन, या तो somebody says सजा ये भोग कर जाना पड़ेगा. All religion says the like this. It means when we are going back to our home, that is supreme abode, Godfather takes everybody back home, and all pure souls can go there. So those souls, we are coming in the bonded life, that is copper and iron age, they are pure souls. While those souls which are deity souls or angelic soul, they are coming in rebirth, so they lost their power to certain extent. So those souls who are ruling this world right now, they are the souls who are not taking many births because they are coming fresh from the supreme abode to sustain this world. All souls have their specific role, and that is role they are playing. So this drama, the different stages of the soul are going like this: liberation, liberation in life, that is heaven, bahis, the swarg, whatever the name is there. Bonded life means two ages, that is, you can say, copper age and iron age. So soul is passing through these stages. If we see the, you can say, ancient Bharat, there where you can say before 1200 years, you go to the Google, there were 12, we have indicated only 10 universities, but there were more than 10. This is the main universities. At that time, no university was there in the world. It indicates in the Google 1193, Muhammad Khilji came and he destroyed majority of the universities. There were so many invaders, but what is recorded in the, you can say, Google or in the internet, that is his name. Why? India was the only country towards university education. Nobody was there in the world who can give the university education in the past. And in the ancient time, the reason why they, you can, shattered by invaders, because nobody, no one has, you can say, any kind of university in the world. It is recorded history. It is not unrecorded. It is recorded history. It was around 6th to 7th century. And all university name are there. Even if you wanted to go in detail, you can go one by one. All the university will find on the Google. As per Ratnagiri, Odisha, what is the state? Then Pushpagiri, Odisha, that is 7th century, 3rd century. Vikramshala, 8th century. Vedantapuri, Bihar. Then Nalanda, Bihar. Vallabhi in Gujarat. Taxashila in Punjab, now in Pakistan. Then another 3 are in Bengal now, that is Bangladesh. Jagdala, Bikrampur, and Sompura. These 10 main universities were there in Bharat only, and Bharat was, you can say, the considered as the most educated part of the world, and that was destroyed. And now everything is being given, you can say, research and excavation by Archaeological Survey of India, and they given all these things, and we given the date in 1193. Muhammad Khilji, who was the main, you can say, person who destroyed almost all the universities, and nobody taken care of that thing, so everything was ruined, and the history of Bharat, history of India was changed too much. If you go back, Iran, Iraq, that was all part of Bharat only. Slowly disintegration started, even Bharat and Pakistan in 1947. So this is the whole history. Today you can say whatever we are seeing, the best known universities like Harvard, all these things, they were, you can say, nothing against this university. If you go and check on the Google, you will find really wonderful stories of original Bharat. So this was the richness of Bharat, and the European came to Bharat for what? Not for ruling. They have came for trading, and they see that these people are fighting in between, and they ruled Bharat for about 200 years. Before that, Muslim invaders particularly. We are not concerned with any religion, but what we mean, it is already recorded in the history, because Muhammad Ghaznavi has looted Somnath temple for 17 times. It is history. So how much wealth will be there? So all people came in Bharat or in that portion. Why? To get the wealth only. Just like we have come in this country in Canada. Why? To earn more money. Same way the people came to that in the past, to get the more wealth, to get the happiness, nothing else. So this is the whole history recorded. Half part is not recorded. And history has been, you can say, so much twisted by different different, you can say, kings who were ruling the Bharat at that time. It may be European people, it may be, you can say, people from uh, different parts of the country, but everybody changed, everybody tried to change the history even, which was there in reality. So this was the, you can say, universities of the ancient Bharat, which is indicated here. Now what are the different laws? So different laws are, you can say, first laws are man-made laws. So which are the oldest laws religious leaders made to maintain high standard of morality, harmony, love and peace in the society. So they have indicated specific laws, religious laws. There was very good laws to train the people, to maintain, you can say, harmony, everything, goodness in the society. So the laws which are man-made by different religion preachers or religion head or religion, you can say, fathers, that was to guide the people as per the requirement of the time, to maintain the standard of the society at the higher level. Other law are nature's law, laws of nature for physical sciences. Whatever science is telling, that as per example, the action and reaction are always opposite and equal. Newton's third law. So all these science laws are also working like biological laws. As for example, then aging. Aging means sato, rajo, and tamo. Sato means pure, what we see in the cycle. Rajo means in between, tamo means impure. Suppose building is there. The building when it's constructed is brand new. After some years, 2-3 years, it becomes new, not brand new. And after some years it becomes the medium, that is, you can say, we can compare brand new and new, the sato, pure sato pradhan and sato, and medium is rajo, and then finally old means after, as for example, this building in Canada, suppose the average life of the building is about 150 years as per the city. So if suppose building is going to 150 years, there is no choice except two. That is, either we will fall it down and reconstruct a new building, or it will collapse. So world is also like that, passing through four phases. If somebody, his supreme authority, is not coming and not transforming this world, it will collapse. And being a cycle, it will never collapse. It going in cycle and ages, different ages. Same way, what we call it the Sato Pradhan, that is golden age, Sato, that is silver age, Rajo, that is copper age, Tamo, that is, you can say, iron age. And like Buddhist law of impermanence, even Buddha told that nothing in this world is permanent. Everything is changing except change. Change is the inevitable process of the life. It is always going on and on whether we want or not. So it is nature law, we cannot prevent. And Godfather said, He will never interfere in nature's law. As for example, suppose we are planting a seed. then small plant will come out from the seed, and then slowly it become a tree if suppose tree seed is there, and then finally fruit will come, and from that fruit seed will come up, and again you can say new tree will start from the seed. Same way, everything in rotation in cycle. First you can say sato, pradhan, then sato, then rajo, then tamo. Most pure, then pure, you can say, then medium, and then old. Building brand new, medium requires maintenance and this thing, and finally collapse, or we have to reconstruct. So this is called the natural law, and Godfather never interfere in the natural law. Godfather says, I am not there to convert night into day or day into night. No, it is a natural law. So morning will be there, then noon, then evening, then night, and again morning. Seasonal law, Godfather said, I am not going to interfere in that law. Some people believe that God does everything. Godfather say, I am not doing everything. My role is there, specific role is there. That role is to share the knowledge of the everything. That is eternal knowledge. That is the knowledge about A, B, C, D. A means Atma, B means Baba, that is Supreme Soul, C means connection, D means Dharma. I am not interfering in that. I am not sitting inside all human being. Inside all human being, their soul is there. Whatever they are doing as per their intellect, they are getting the karma's fruits, nothing else. He is not interfering in any karmic law. What is his role then? He gives the super understanding of each and everything, and we have to decide what to do, what not to do, because we have been given super intellect by him only, and we have to judge for ourselves, and we should proceed as per the actions which we know that which kind of actions are good or bad. So every moment we have a choice, and we have to go as per, you can say, our choice. So if we are doing good thing, we will get a good fruits. If we are doing bad thing, naturally we will get a bad things. So third law is law of karma. Means spiritual law is applicable to all souls. It is applicable to all souls. We are not talking about any religion. All souls, like what is the karmic law? No witness. Nobody can say that I am sick. What is the proof that I did something wrong? No, it is a karmic law. There will be no witness, no proof, and at random. We don't know when it will come. So, karmic law means whatever is coming to me or to us, it is as per our karmic accounting. Nobody is responsible for the same thing. Godfather says, I am not interfering in that. Then what is the role of his? What he is doing? He is giving us the understanding. What to do in certain situation, how to do, how to remember him, how to get the power from him, and how to settle the accounts. And we have to decide what way we have to adopt. Same situation, suppose boss is bombarding 10 employees, all are not giving the same reactions. Somebody take it very seriously, somebody will take it very lightly, and some in between people say okay or not okay. So same kind of situation, all souls are taking different actions and you can say responses, and depending on that we are creating our drama. So drama we say in Hindi bana banaya. Nobody is making this. We have already made that drama, and we are making now for the future. So we cannot blame anybody in this world that so and so responsible for my sufferings or my karmas. No, nobody is responsible for my own, you can say, karma. I am the only person who is responsible for everything. So we have to take responsibility, and Godfather gives us proper understanding of everything, that why it is coming to us, what is the, you can say, solution, how we have to give a response to that by understanding and by giving a power to us. So this is called law of karma, which don't have any kind of witness, no proof, and it comes at random. Suppose we are throwing a ball on the wall, everything is under our control, direction, force, whatever wanted to we do, everything for that ball throwing is under our control. But once we throw the ball on the wall, it will definitely come back. whether we want or not. And then when it is coming back, we have no control on its direction or force. So whatever the actions I have taken in the past, it is coming back to me or be coming back to us. And we have only control what? How to react or respond. We have no control that it will not come back. No. So Godfather's role is coming here, that he gives clear understanding and power, soul power, so that we can, you can say, sustain that situation very, very easily. We are not going up and down because we know that whatever I did, it is coming back to me. So we will not pass on any responsibility to anybody else. And what we will do, we will take the action in a very peaceful, stable and cool way. Even suppose we are making a mistake, then also in future we will learn a lesson from that mistake, and same situation comes, we will not handle that situation in that way. So this is called law of karma. Next is law of causes and effect. Every cause has, if every action has something cause behind. So we cannot escape from the responsibility. If we are passing through some places and suppose hot thing is there and we are putting a foot on it, naturally it will burn us. So in short, every effect has cause and every cause has the effect. So we should be very, very cautious what we are thinking, what we are speaking, and what we are doing. The next law is law of fruition, means law of fruits. There are three kinds of law of fruit. One is instant fruit, so immediately we get the result. Another is short term, after some time, and third one is the long term. As for example, suppose we go to the stove, it is hot, and we are putting our, you can say, hand on it, immediately we burn. That is, you can say, instant fruit. Short term, suppose somebody get the admission in the medical college or medical university, they will be doctor after, you can say, 4 or 5 years, if they are giving proper attention to their study. So we can see the fruit, that is a short term fruit. Some fruits are long term fruit. Suppose somebody he is building a hospital, building a university, building a, you can say, different facilities for the people. So that is a long term, you can say, fruits. Means something they are going to get here, some foundation, some, you can say, charities, they are getting some fruit by way of praise, by way of blessings. People will bless them, people will praise them in the newspaper, in the TV, in the radios. So 50% fruits they are going to get here in terms of blessings and, you can say, their appreciation. Remaining fruit they are going to get in the next birth. So we call as a long-term fruits. And next is law of consciousness. There are three kind of, you can say, karmas we are doing. One is sukarma, another is akarma, and third is vikarma. What is the sukarma? When we are doing any kind of karma, in the remembrance of Supreme God Father, by considering ourselves as a soul, means soul consciousness, and remembering the Supreme Soul, then it is called a sukarma, means we are in a very positive and elevated stage. So what we are doing a good karma. We are passing the vibration in the environment, in the nature, and nature will add something and give us back also that power. So we are conserving our energy, and we are adding something more in our energy. That is called sukarma. Second is akarma, means we are soul conscious, but we are not in remembrance of the Supreme Soul. Means we are not connected with Him, so we are not getting the power from Him, but we are not, you can say, doing anything which is wrong, because we are in soul consciousness. All deities and angels, they have akarmas. They have no, you can say, any negativity or thought in them, just like a little child. Means intention is nothing. They are totally innocent. So when we are doing any action or any karma, karma means action. In soul consciousness, it is akarma. What is vikarma? When we have body consciousness, there is no question of remembering of God Father in that condition, and whatever we are thinking, we are speaking, we are doing, all are vikarmas. So now we have the knowledge of sukarma, akarma, vikarma. In Gita it says karma, akarma or vikarma. This is the real meaning God explained to us, to everybody, to all the souls. So now we have to decide what kind of karma we have to do. So this is the different laws prevailing in this world. Our lesson is over here. We will do a meditation by moving in this cycle for 1 minute about, and then there will be open session. If anybody has a question, we can discuss. Acha. Om Shanti. I am a peaceful, powerful, pure soul. When I came in this world first, from the Supreme Abode, from my Supreme Soul, Supreme Godfather, I was full of all virtues. I was completely viceless. I have 16 celestial degrees full. I was totally non-violent. And my religion was peace. I was totally soul conscious. I was enjoying my life with fullness. There was complete peace, purity, power, and happiness. That was called a golden age. I was using all my accounts slowly and gradually, so slowly I came down to the silver age. My degrees of power or the purity came down by 2 degrees. At that time, I was 14 celestial degree soul. Though I have complete peace, purity, and power. There was no pain, no word of sorrow. For 2500 years, there was complete peace, purity. Now I am going ahead. Now I got, you can say, body consciousness. I came in the consciousness of my body starting from male and female. Means I become role conscious now. Up till now I was completely soul conscious. Though I was playing my role, my basic aim was to be a soul. Now slowly and gradually I came down. Now I started looking for God. So we started worshipping Supreme God Father as a Jyotirlingam, as a point of light in the beginning. Immediately, one messenger of God came. His name was Abraham. He told, God is Allah, light. And world was going ahead. Different kings were fighting. Now the soul of Buddha came. And he given the message of God that God is non-violence. We cannot fight in between. Slowly, world goes ahead, and now even neighbors are fighting because of body consciousness. Now, another great soul came, that was Lord Christ, and he given a message, God is light, God is love, love thy neighbor, don't fight. Slowly and gradually, we move toward the Iron Age. Now there are so many sects, so many paths in the same religion, so many gurus. People were believing in so many things. Nobody knows who am I, from where I have come from. At that time, Supreme Godfather takes a support of an old body, experienced body, and uses his mouth to give the knowledge and power. and we are getting the knowledge of the soul, that is A. B means Baba, Supreme Soul. C means connection, that is to get the power from him by that connection. And D means drama, he explained the whole drama to us. With the help of knowledge, we are becoming complete and perfect human souls. And we are becoming angels. After leaving this body, we again go back to our home, that is sweet silence home. We got the complete knowledge of the cycle, and we do make efforts at this time, so we are eligible to go in the golden age in the beginning, and we make our effort accordingly. And again our cycle start from the day 111, that is called golden age. Acha, Om Shanti. I am a peaceful, powerful, pure soul. Now if you have any question, you can ask the questions. It is an open session.